So what can we learn from it as business owners ourselves? Well, the biggest takeaway that I can come up with here is that simply listening to your audience will almost guarantee you a better result for the life shelf of your product or your service, right? Because at the end of the day, as customers of certain products or services, we want a certain need fulfilled, whether that's for pleasure or it's a necessity, an essential, it doesn't really matter. We all want that sense of happiness and fulfillment because we think a service or product actually did something for us, right? So in the context of video games, you play it because you want that dopamine hit. You want to have fun with other people or even just by yourself, and you want to play the game the way you want to play it, right? But in this case, Nintendo sort of did the opposite, sort of forcing its players to play the way Nintendo wants you to play. And that doesn't really make it more fun for you. In fact, it does the opposite. It sort of drives their customers away. So for us business owners, I think, the best thing we can do as business owners is to take feedback with consideration for sure. Not every piece of feedback is going to be valuable. A lot of people just hate just to hate, right? But a lot of constructive feedback is very useful, especially if you have customers who already like you and your brand. They just want a better experience with your product or service. So in my case, there are times when I put out courses, especially my first couple courses, I was still kind of learning what my audience wanted. And over time, they would share with me, oh, Chris, it would be great if you included a video on how to do this. Or I didn't feel like this was covered enough in this certain module of this course. So that gives me a lot of information on not to how to improve the course, not only for that person, but also future students who enroll in that program, because that material will probably help these new people as well. So personally, I always try to take customer critique or, constructive criticism on board. And while I might not apply every single thing that people suggest, the things that I think do make a great point and that would actually benefit the program, the course, the service even more, I'm more than happy to implement that. Because for me, the most important thing is customer satisfaction and getting my customers actual results. Because if you get people results, then that's where you get the social proof. You get that positive feedback, the testimonials, and that is the best sales copy you could ever ask for, those testimonials, right? So all that to say, being flexible and listening to your audience, I think is the biggest takeaway that we can draw from this Nintendo scandal, if you will. Instead of pushing against your customers who are asking for something, try to embrace what they're asking for and incorporate elements of what they're asking for into the game, if not all of it.